Building a brand is one of the greatest lies that has ever been told in the world of marketing. Don't believe me? Well, let's break down some numbers. Whoa, who put that there? Oh my gosh. Sorry about that, guys. There was a poll done a few years ago of random people on the street. They polled these random people and they presented them with 22. They presented them with 22 taglines of the biggest advertisers in the United States of America. What constituted them as being one of the biggest advertisers? Well, in a 12-month period, they spent more than this many $1 million, 100,000 million. 22 companies that spent more than $100 million. They pulled these random people on the street and they said, hey, do you recognize these taglines? Let's think about this. We had 22 times 100 million. That's like $2.2 billion, right? Worth of advertising. Pulled random people. Of the 22, only 6 of those 22 companies were properly identified by at least 1 in 10 people. That means that 90% of people didn't know who these brands were. 3 of the 22 that spent $100 million got 0. Nobody knew. Nobody could correctly identify who that tagline or slogan belonged to. Why is this so important? Now, I had made a video earlier about this, and I realized I left out a really, really important foundation, and that's context. Should you have your logo, your tagline on everything that you're doing? Yes, absolutely. And in fact, I would adamantly encourage you to do so. Otherwise, you're theoretically just wasting money. But what your advertising needs to have is an attention-getting statement, a clear sales message, action, tell people what to do next, and it needs to be clear. It needs to make sense. It needs to contrast from the market. That's C3, right? So it needs to grab attention. It needs to have a sales message, needs to tell people what to do, action, and then it needs to contrast, be clear, and make sense to the end user. Building a branding campaign, if someone's selling you on a branding campaign that doesn't actually result in some sort of action, that doesn't drive people to do a thing, that doesn't drive people to buy what you sell, do business with you, it is a complete waste of money. Don't believe me? That's fine. Believe the 22 companies that spent $100 million in less than 12 months to have nobody know who they were. I assure you, most of us are probably not spending $100 million. Don't spend money on just strictly branding campaigns. Brand everything you do, but branding campaigns are bullshit. I'll see you guys next time. Sell more, spend less, have fun at Digital Dealer.